Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Hello learners, welcome to the Swayam Prabha channel. I am your mentor Dr. Abhishek Kumar, and today in this class we are going to learn about the graphic design visualization file formats of images, right? So in our previous classes we had to learn about the various design fundamentals, right? We had to learn about the graphical user interface of Adobe Photoshop applications. Also, we now came to know how easily you can import the several photographs into the application and you can change the background. You can move that content into some new BGs over there and you can create your new content, right? So these things we had already learned. So very important thing is here, whatever we are doing into the computer graphics, definitely lot of file formats are available. Right now till date we had utilized commonly two file format, right? First is the JPEG, Joint Picture Expert Group file format. Second is the PSD, Photoshop file documentations, right? So these two are the common formats whenever we are working with Adobe Photoshop and working with images. Maybe if you are using the Adobe Illustrator, then our native file format would be the .ai. Whenever you are working with the PDF files, then that is the Photoshop documentation files over there. So a lot of formats are available. Sometimes you may hear about the TIFF file format, PNG file format, RPF, RLA, OpenEXR, right? Even Word having their own doc format, docs format. So what these formats are, and for specifically if you are talking about the computer graphics, in computer graphics what are the important file formats we should know, and we have to work in which condition. For example, if we are working for print media, we should keep our file formats in which extension. If we are working for the web, then what formats are best for that. When we are working with, for example, broadcasting or television, then what is the best options we have, right? So these all things we are going to learn in today in these classes. Fine. So let us move to the next. So as I tell you earlier also, we can use various file formats to get images into out of any program, right? So for example, right now if you are worked with maybe MS Paint application, very native file software, images software available into the Windows machines, right? So for example, if you have to export that data or if you have to open that data into like a Word software over there, then you can't save that file directly in a Paint to docx format, right? Word format. You can save that file into the image file format like a JPEG or bitmap, and later on in a MS Word you can import that bitmap image as an images and you can use over there, right? So here you can check out images can be saved in a virtually 100 of different formats, right? But there is only a small number of common and widely readable file format, right? So like I tell you also earlier, lot of file formats are available, but most common use file formats are what? JPEG, TIFF format, PNG format, bitmap format, and for web animation we can use the GIF file format. These are the most common use file format, right? Now here we can came to know graphics file format maybe differ in the way they represent graphic information, right? For example, if you have to save the information of vector graphics and you are saving the file into the JPEG file format, definitely your vector graphics information would not be saved over there. Then what is the way for saving the vector informations over there? We can use the EPS file format for that. These all things we are going to learn 101, right? So in this class we learn which file format will allow us to work effectively and perfectly as per the requirement of our client or our need, right? So like when you are opening the Adobe Photoshop or any other applications, and when you are saving the file, either you are using the Word or Paint or any other application, you may having a several file formats options over there, right? So you can utilize Photoshop documentation file, PDF, Photoshop documentation file. Photoshop native file is a PASD over there. This is a Photoshop native file format. BMP, CompuServe, GIF, EPS, TDI, IIF, lot of options are here, right? So here these are some of the thumbnail graphical view we had representing. These are the file formats. Like here, few new file formats: HTML, CSS, JavaScript, right? InDesign, PHP. So PHP, CSS, JSS, they all file formats we are using when we are going to design and develop the website. At that time, these formats are available for here, right? One more is the MP4. So for example, if you are converting your data into the video file format, at that time MP4, AVIs, these are the most common used file format, right, for video saving, right? That easily can be playable to any other devices, right? Now moving to the next. So like I'm starting with a BMP, sometimes also called the bitmap graphics file format. So BMP or Windows Microsoft bitmap file is a simple, space efficient way to saving images. So for example, commonly whenever you are taking the photographs of the camera, maybe sometimes they are saving the file into the raw format, JPEG file format, right? Simply you can, when opening the file into MS Paint, by default MS Paint recommending you to save the file into the bitmap, right? Why? Because whenever we are working into the Windows machine by default free of cost, one of the application Paint are available for us to any kind of modifications related to the images over there, right? So in the bitmap images, we can store the images as a large grid of dots over there, right? And it can be saved images up to 24 bits. We had already discussed about the bits earlier. 24 bit means what? 2 to the power 24 bit is equal to what result is coming? That number of colors your image can support over there, right? And whenever you are saving your file in a bitmap format, the extension of file would be the .bmp. That means .bitmap graphics. So this is about the bitmap file format. Now moving to the next, that is the JPEG file format. Most versatile format, most efficient format, maximum places, 99.99% industry in this current era working and saving their file into the JPEG file format, right? So like here you can see here we had a mention JPEG or Joint Photographic Expert Group is often used on a web save continuous tone of image because it retain all the color information present in a up to 99.99% accurate way, right? So here you can check out this one image, how this one image is looking rich and crisp and sharp and too much detail over there. Even we can able to identify all the range informations also over there, right? So JPEG use the compression scheme which save only the vital information of images and thus reduce the file size also. For example, if you are saving the file into the bitmap, definitely maybe if your bitmap file is giving you the file size when you are saving the file, it's a 5 MB, but the same file if you are saving into the JPEG, then definitely it's up to minimum 75% file size would be get reduced over there. Even we can reduce more also to decreasing the quality of JPEG format over there through the sliders. In a practical way we are going to demonstrate you in coming slides later on, right? So next is what? JPEG support the CMYK, also it's a support the RGB color model, red, green, blue color model, cyan, magenta, yellow and K stand for black color model. Also it support the gray scale color model, right? But the major problem with JPEG is what? It doesn't support the alpha channel. So now the question is here, what is the alpha channel? So for example, sometime you are working with any character, like in a previous classes we had extracted the both couple character from one scene and we had moved that scene into the other file over there, other background over there. Then you can see in a background there was a transparency information over there. So for example, if we had extracted and deleted the background of that character and we save the file into the JPEG, do believe me, the background would be what? white again over there, right? So they are not preserving the information of transparency over there. So background would be automatically converted to the white color over there by default, right? So in the JPEG, they are not supporting the alpha channel, means what? They are not supporting the transparency informations over there, right? Whenever you are saving the file into the JPG format, commonly at the time of saving, sometime it's giving to the .jpg format, sometime it will coming out with a .jpeg file format also. So both are giving you the same kind of result. So either you are saving the file into the .jpeg format or jpeg file format. Fine. So moving on next. Here you can see this is the image. This is not a video. Still it's looking like animated over there. So what is the possibility and how this is coming is an animation way? So for that we having the GIF file formats, right? So what is the GIF file format? Commonly GIF file format full form is the graphics interchange file format, GIF, right? So here we can save the multiple image sequences in a single file also, right? And even their file size would be also very less, right? Although because it's limited to the 256 color palette and it's a widely used format, especially for website. Why for website I am saying? Because for website we are looking for the optimized website where in a low bandwidth also our website would be get open very fast, right? So for that we are using GIF also as an image also, and whenever you have to save the animation, definitely you can't save the animation either into the BMP format nor into the JPEG format. So if you want to save the animation, like here you can check out the artwork has been created by artist. Right here it's looking like a very smoothly, some of the particles are like emitting from the body over there, right? So this is the facility of graphical interchange file format of images, right? So here you can check out this format also preserve the transparency in the index color of images also, right? And however, but it's looking like it's saving the transparency, but technically it doesn't support the alpha channel. And whenever you want to save the animation over there, you have to save your file into the .gif file format. Then you may able to preserve the animation informations over there. Like here you can see this one image is going to be animated over there. Instead this is not a video, this is only image over there, right? And even as I told you, the file size would be also very less. Maybe the image file size would be 2 MB, maximum 3 MB, and here you are able to watch the movement, particles, emissions over there, right? Moving to the next, TIFF, tagged image file format, right? So why and when we have to use the TIFF? So here you can see we had a mentions TIFF or the tagged image file format is a common format for exchanging raster graphics between application program, right? Including those used for a scanner image also. It is very useful to saving the high quality of images. So whenever we are saving the file into the TIFF's able to support the alpha channel also. Here you can check out it's able to support the alpha channel. That means it's a preserve the background transparency also, right? And here the informations of color, they are never going to deteriorate, they are never going to decrease the information's value of color information. So definitely if you are keeping lot of informations over there, automatically the file size would be high over there. So most of the modern graphic software also support this format. Either you are using the Illustrator, either you are using the CorelDRAW, either you are using the Adobe XD applications over there, or using the Adobe Illustrator over there. All these applications which are related to the computer graphics design or graphic design, they all supporting the TIFF file format, tagged image file format, right? And whenever you are saving the file, TIFF file, the extension name would be what? TIFF, tagged image file format, right? So now moving on to the next. Now here you can check out this is the PNG, right? Now again it's a little similar to the TIFF also, but PNG is also giving you the facility to support or save the alpha channel information. That means what? Background transparency information over there. So especially when we can use the PNG or TIFF file format over there, maybe whenever you are saving the logo, right? So definitely you are going to use the logo into the different kind of background layout over there. So if you are keeping your file background as a JPEG, your bitmap, every time you need to erase the background over there, right? So it's a better save the file into the PNG format or TIFF format over there. So it's a supporting the background transparency informations over there. So automatically when you move the file into the application into other images, background would be automatically get erased availability with you because it supports the alpha channel, right? So it is the most frequently used the uncompressed raster image or lossless image compression file format. Like I tell you earlier, again this is the lossless image compression. So here your image compression would be up to only 99.99% accurate result you are getting over there. Definitely whenever you are working into the computer, never we can say 100% perfect, right? Minor details or minor bugs each and every time over there. So that's why I'm saying it's up to 99.99% accuracy you are getting over there, right? And whenever you are saving the file of PNG, they are giving the facility and you have to save the file with the extension of .png. Portable network graphics. Now moving to the next here, encapsulated PostScript file format, EPS. So when we have to use the EPS, right? So EPS we are specifically using for vector graphics image transferring from one software to other software. Like here we had mentioned, when you place type in an EPS file, same font must be installed onto the computer also, other computer if you are opening the file over there. Why? Because it's not like converting your data into the raster image or the bitmap graphics over there. So your font should be available into the second computer also, then only automatically they may able to fetch the data of that font information, your font would be get preserved. Else what will happen? You will getting the distorted result over there. So specifically when we are using EPS, again for example you are creating a logo design or vector graphics design over there, at that time we can exchange our data from one application to second application using the EPS. Specifically whenever we are working or writing into the research paper and we are working into the flowchart design and all, specifically several times we recommended, okay, save your file into the EPS file format. So usually when you will open that, all the graphs, all the box information, all the vector information would be get preserved, and your images whatever you are using your research paper over there, if you had made that image with the help of vector graphics tool over there like Illustrator or other application, CorelDRAW application, they will never get pixelated over there, right? So whenever you are saving your file, EPS file format extension is what? EPS file format, right? Encapsulated PostScript file format. Fine. So this is about the EPS. Now SVG, scalable vector graphics. It's a perfect example of technology and design meeting on a level playing field, right? So as I tell you earlier also, there are a lot of formats, all formats having their own benefits, own cons. This one graphics especially we are using whenever we have to save our information rich graphics, scalable graphics, adjustment, and definitely we required a higher resolution. That means here you can check out how crisp and sharp this is images looking over there, right? So especially we are using SVG file formats for web designing, right? So this is about the SVG file format, scalable vector graphics. Now it's a time to get learn about, for example, if we are saving the file into JPEG, what exactly file size is coming over there. When we are saving the file into the PNG, how either they are saving the background information, either an opaque or transparent image or not. If we are saving the file into the SVG file format or AI file format, and again we are reopening that file after saving the file into the SVG or EPS file format, they are preserving the lossless image information or vector image information or not. So these all things let us check out into the application Adobe Illustrator and Adobe Photoshop and have look how and where we have to use which file format for which purpose. So now here you can see the graphical user interface of Adobe Photoshop application. So here you can check out lot of characters. These all are the characters of Avengers movie. right? So here you can check out all the characters. Definitely these all character has not came up simultaneously at once, and they had to click the photographs and result has came out, right? All the characters has been taken photographs individually, and later on they had a mix and merge all things, and looking this one a fantastic poster of the movie, right? So for example, here I am extracting this one data. So for example, here I had a right click and cut the information over there, right? So what happened here, now this one into the different layer, right, and the background into the different layer over there. Fine. So now I'm deleting the background from here. Now let us see, I'm saving the file into the save as, and here you can check out lot of file formats are coming over here, right? So I'm coming to the JPEG, right, and I'm coming to my drive where I had saved all my files, right? So here I'm keeping the file in JP, right, or simply we are keeping 001 name. Fine, let us save into the JPEG file format, right? Now what happening, this is a 100% quality, hit on OK. And second file, what I'm saying, file and save as, again come back over there, my computer, and this time I'm saving to the PNG 002, save, none compression, hit on OK. Now again come to the file, save as, desktop, come to the same drive and folder. In this time I'm saving into the TIFF over there, right, 003. Hit on OK. Include layer will increase the file size. Fine, done. So now let us close it. Now what I'm doing, now again I'm opening the same file which I had to get saved. We having a one JPEG file, PNG file and TIFF file. Let us open it. Now what you can show, this is a first file with a JPEG. Here we are coming to the channels. We are able to see the red, green, blue, right, CMYK channels over there. Now I'm coming to the second, right, we are coming to the channels, right? So here you can check out, we have in red, green, blue channels over there, but the background here you can check out the transparent over there. The last we are coming over there, again background is coming transparent over there. So again I'm opening any file over there. So come on here. For example, I had opened this one file. I think it's a bigger file, it's taking the time to open here, right? So okay, it's a animated file. See here, I'm hitting a play button, right? So this is a one GIF files over there, right? Let us stop it first right now. Now again open some other file over there. For example, this is the background file, right? Now what I'm doing here, I'm just dragging this one image to here. See what happened? The background is still transparent, right? So this is the benefit whenever you are saving your file either into the TIFF format, same vice versa into the PNG. So let us check out with the PNG also. Simply drag it. See, background information is still coming opaque, transparent. But for example, if I am transferring this one JPEG image over there, right? So again come with this. See, background has come in with white background. Done. So hope the fundamentals are clear. Whenever you are saving the file into the JPEG, what is the result and what are the advantages when you are keeping and saving your file into the PNG or TIFF or TGA, right? So hope the things are clear. Now coming to the GIF base images. So in a GIF we having one file here, right? Let us open the file. So here you can check out the application. Fine. So now the creation.gif. So here these are the image sequences, right? You can check out the image has been get transformed little into different layer and all converted into the animated GIF file format. Now for example, this one is animating here. Simply what I am doing, going to the file and save as, and I am saving the file into the, for example, creation.jpg, right? So now see what will happen, hit on OK. And second, what I am doing, file save as, and here I am using the GIF again. So where is the GIF file formats we having? GIF, CompuShot, right? So I am putting the file name as a new, right? And I am saving it. Okay. So palette, they are saying exact, force, black and white, transparency. Yeah, also I want to save the transparency. Hit on OK, right? GIF option, row order, it's a normal, simply to the normal. Now coming to the folder here. Right? So now see what happened here. I had to save the file into JPG format. See, nothing is animated here, right? It's only one image that has get saved. Or this is example of GIF. Here you can check out. It's moving here slowly, right? So here you can check out, it's also animating. But these all are what? Images only, image sequence only. These are not a video, right? So even you can check out what is the file size here, only 2 MB. What is the file size over here? 7 MB only. So commonly if you are using and converting the data, such tiny particles, definitely what will happen at that time in a video, it will take more than 15 to 20, minimum 15 to 20 MB file size over there, right? So hope you having now JPEG, GIF, bitmap, PNG and TIFF file format. Now I am opening the Adobe Illustrator applications over here, right? So here, as I tell you, we can save the file into the EPS file format, right? So for example, here I am using some graph over here, right? Some of the shapes over here, right? So I had used this one shape. When we can go to the libraries also, we having a lot of data. We having a library when we can having, there are a lot of options, informations over there. We can go with the symbols here, right? So when you hit into the symbol, we will have some symbols over, swatches here. We're having a brushes, so you want some brushes, we can add some brushes over there, right? So these things we having into the Illustrator. Now what I required here, I'm saving this one file. Double click outside. For example, I'm just extracted this one file and I'm keeping new file over here, A4 size, Control V, right? So here I had just extracted this one artificial intelligence look data. So here you can check out how much I am zooming. It's a never is going to be pixelated, right? And second, what I'm doing, I'm saving the file not in a native file format of Illustrator. I'm saving the data into EPS file format, right? Test. Now let us save it into the reference folder, right? Illustrator 2020 EPS TIFF 8-bit color, hit on OK. It's taking little time. Now it's saving the file, right? Let us close it. Let us close it. Now what I'm doing here, I'm opening this file here, test.eps. Now still you can check out all the information we have been preserved. So even we can work individually into the all data. So this is the power of encapsulated PostScript format, EPS file format, right? So hope now the things are really very clear with you. When we have to use the EPS file format, when we have to use the PNG, JPEG, GIF, right? So this is about the practical workflow. Now let us conclude the today's session. In a computer graphics design file formats, we can save into the different extensions. Most commonly used extension is what? BMP, GIF, JPEG, PICT, TIFF, EPS and PDF over there, right? So when we have to use the BMP limited file format, it is not suitable to use in a pre-press, but commonly whenever using into the computer graphics design for monitor or a layout for a projection purpose, at that time you can use the BMP. GIF mainly used for internet graphics. That means whenever you have to compress your file size in a very less file size, you have to save your data. Also, if you want to require to save the animation, you can go with the GIF file format. When JPEG, in JPEG, whenever you are saving the files, specifically again we are using JPEG file format for internet graphics, Why? Because it's a preserving all the information very clear and crisp without losing the quality. Now PICT, earlier PICT most commonly used file format into the Macintosh PC only. We are not very much using PICT file formats for as a window user, right? Next is what? TIFF, tagged image file format. When we have to use the tagged image file format, like I tell you also, whenever you have to save your data and whenever you have to save the information with a really more detail, whenever you have to save your detail with the highest quality of information over there, you can save the data into the TIFF. When EPS, whenever you are save the file format with a vector data, you can use the EPS encapsulated PostScript file format data also. Even in a EPS file format, you can save the bitmap data also over there, right? It's not like that in a EPS you can save only vector data over there. What we have to use the PDF. PDF is the really very versatile file format, specifically whenever we are working into the text and images. Commonly we are using the PDF. Why? Because usually whenever we are working with a software, and at that time what's your common problem we having occurring whenever you are using the saving the file into the Word file, and maybe you are writing Hindi font, maybe you are writing Tamil, Telugu, Kannada font, Malayalam font over there, whatever the options, Punjabi fonts over there. If your computer fonts are not available, they will mess the data over there, right? But if you are converting your file, if you are saving your file into the PDF file format, all your fonts information would be available over there, and your data would be not distorted, data would be not lost over there. Easily you can save the file into PDF. You can open anywhere, just on your computer, Acrobat Reader or any PDF viewer would be get installed over there. Fine. So this is about the multiple file formats we can utilize for computer graphics design, right? So hope the things are clear. Still, if you're having any query, any doubt, you can write to techsupport@dts.ac.in. I'm your mentor, Dr. Abhishek Kumar, and see you into the next session. Have a good day. Bye bye, dear.